What's good, folks? It's RFG back at it today, and I'm here to go over the information regarding all human life starting underwater. Okay, so I just want to keep reiterating this point so everybody gets this clearly and they're able to understand this information easily. Okay, because this is very important information. All life in this realm and on this earth started out in water, underwater. Okay, the so-called planet we live on, it did not have an atmosphere. Okay, when life first started in the water. Therefore, the seas below were connected to the seas above. The waters below were connected to the waters above. Okay, there was no atmosphere in this world that we live on. Okay, so basically the original Atlantis was a civilization that was depicted underwater, because the world didn't have an atmosphere at that point. The waters below were connected to the waters above. Okay, there was no electromagnetic field around the earth. There was no quote unquote firmament. Okay, and because of this, we were in the realm of liquid hydrogen. We were in the realm of water. Okay, we were in the realm of water, and we had gold. Some people had gold-based blood. Some people had carbon-based blood. Some people had gold, copper, platinum, and carbon-based blood. Okay, and they could live for extremely long periods of time. The individuals with platinum, gold, and carbon-based blood, they could live in the material realm forever. All right. Now, when this thing started, the first simple organisms that were created on this earth, there were anaerobic bacteria. Anaerobic. What is anaerobic? That means existing without oxygen. All right. That means existing without oxygen. The original life forms that were put on this earth, they were created to exist without oxygen. Okay, because the first life forms that were created in the realm of water. All right, they weren't created on surface land when the earth had an atmosphere. No, they were created in the realm of water. Okay, now, like I said, Atlantis was a civilization that was constructed by certain demigods, and it was created on this earth when the earth did not have an atmosphere, when the waters below were connected to the waters above. All right, and there was nothing blocking us from going to world to world, planet to planet. Okay, now when this world was hijacked, the Dogon called him Ogo. The Egyptians called him Set. Okay, Father Time, Kronos, Saturn, Yaldabaoth. Okay, when he hijacked this earth, he separated the waters below from the waters above, and he created what's known as the realm of air. Okay, which is the atmosphere. Okay, this deity, which is the God of the Bible, is the real devil, and that's why they call him the prince of the power of the air. And notice they didn't write it out as air like he's ruling over the throne. Not that kind of air. No, AIR. Like the air that people breathe in and out. Okay, which goes to show you that this deity is the so-called devil, the God of the Bible. All right. Now, we look at this right here. Okay, after Father Time created the realm of air, okay, Atlantis was no longer an underwater civilization. It rose. Okay, all the land masses rose. Okay, the original land on the earth was underground. It was underwater. Okay, so-called underwater. So when the oceans of the earth were split off from the cosmic current, okay, because of this demon, it was no more underwater. You have the realm of air. So you could basically depict that by, you see, these cities underwater rising. You see, okay, creating the first land masses over the earth, known as Pangea. All right, this is what took place after Father Time split the waters above from the waters below. Okay, Pangea was created, and Atlantis was the metropolis that ruled over Pangea. Okay, and when this went on, okay, when the realm of air was created, Father Time, he was splicing his own humans in existence with iron-based blood. Okay, iron-based blood and the need for water and oxygen would cause our bodies to oxidize, rust, and die off. So we could be broken off from our godhood. You see, he broke us off from our godhood, from our immortality. You see, and this is another thing that he did, that Father Time did after Pangea was put to the forefront. Okay, he started going around. The followers of Father Time started going around and splicing beings into existence, mixing God DNA with animal DNA. You see this? Okay, it was a genetic splicing program over the earth, and the followers of Father Time, they spliced God DNA with animal DNA. Okay, because they wanted to split certain human groups and pit them against each other. Okay, just for the sole purposes of keeping us on low frequencies, low vibrations, and to keep us in a warring state, always divided. So him and his demons, Father Time and his demons, could always harvest our energy. All right. Okay. And when humans started to wake up about Father Time's deception, Atlantis was going strong against Father Time. Okay, because people were waking up to what I just stated. All right. So because of this, Father Time caused a huge earthquake, cataclysm-like earthquake that split the continents apart. Okay, Father Time split the continents apart, also splitting the so-called races apart. Okay, then the so-called woke beings, the woke gods at that time, okay, they were using their form of telepathy against Father Time, which was their Tower of Babel. And what did Father Time do to that Tower of Babel, which was the motor cortex in the brain? Okay, he shut that off as well. He shut that off as well. You see? You see? So Father Time and his demons have been causing humanity's DNA to degrade and downgrade and downgrade and downgrade and downgrade over the years. So now we started out as 13. You see, we started out as beings with 13 DNA strands when we were underwater in Atlantis. You see, and when Father Time came here and hijacked shit, separated us from the cosmic current, and gave us iron-based blood. You see, when he did this shit, he caused us to now be beings that only are active on 2 DNA strands. Okay, we've now been reduced to 2-strand DNA beings instead of 13-strand. Okay, so you see, he's the one who took you out of the realm of water, out of the immortal realm of water. He's the one who, split the waters above and from the waters below and caused the continent of Pangea, okay, to be in the realm of air. You see, Atlantis went from the realm of water up to the realm of air. You see, because of Father Time. See, Father Time and his followers were responsible for splitting the so-called races through genetic splicing. See, Father Time is responsible for splitting humanity, from each other on the earth, creating the continents, making the continents separate. That's Father Time. Father Time destroyed the so-called Tower of Babel. You see, Father Time has been doing everything to throw humanity off of godhood, to throw humanity off track, okay, from becoming one with the cosmic current again. All right? So this is why it's so important to drink real water, okay, which is H2, all right? And I think I had it wrong in the other video I put out. I put out that, you know, it was pure liquid hydrogen. I believe it's hydrogen rich water, which means it's water with much more hydrogen molecules added, much more hydrogen atoms added to the molecule. That's what it is. It's water with much more hydrogen atoms that's added to the water molecule. Okay, that's what it is. And these hydrogen molecules, they're shaped in a way where they can go directly through the pores in our cells and hydrate our cells properly. And these hydrogen molecules, okay, from the H2 water, the hydrogen molecules are able to repair and mend up our hydrogen bonds in our DNA. Okay? Okay? Very important, man. We are hydrogen beings. We are hydration, hydrogen beings. Okay? And we got to get hip to this. Okay? We got to get hip to this information. And, you know, I still got people going around talking about that, you know, we're godlike beings now. We're godlike beings now. No, the hell we're not. No, the hell we're not. Because I don't give a damn how enlightened you are. I don't give a damn how strong you are. I don't give a damn how powerful you are. Okay? You, at the state we are at right now, the normal human is not going to live longer than the goddamn tree. Let me repeat. The normal human is not even going to live longer on average than a normal tree. The average tree is going to live for 150, anywhere from 150 to over 1,000 years. Let me repeat. The average tree is going to live from 150 to over 1,000 years. Okay? The oldest tree in existence is over 5,000 years old. Okay? The trees are immortal. The trees are living beings, and the trees are immortal. But guess what? The trees don't even need oxygen to exist. Let me repeat. The trees don't even need oxygen to exist. Just like the original humans on the earth. Just like the original humans on the earth. Okay? Okay, the original humans on the earth, they had gold, platinum, and carbon-based blood. So oxygen didn't oxidize their bodies. And they lived off of hydrogen, okay? Their bodies, inhaled hydrogen, liquid hydrogen, okay? Forms of hydrogen, not oxygen, okay? Not oxygen. This whole oxygen thing, it's becoming more and more evident that it's bogus and that, it's more fabricated bullshit by the Zionist warlocks. Okay? I'll just put it to you like this. The more one with the liquid hydrogen, the more one with the cosmic current, and the more plant-like we become, the more God-like we become. Okay? The plants breathe in carbon. Let me repeat. The plants breathe in carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, one of the two. Carbon. Okay, the plants breathe in a gas like carbon, and what do the plants breathe out? The plants breathe out oxygen. The plants breathe out oxygen, which means I don't care how many times you say you're a god, we breathe in plant waste. Let me repeat. Humans on this earth breathe in plant waste. Oxygen is fucking plant waste. So the more plant-like we become, the more God-like we become. Okay, let me repeat that. The more plant-like we become, the more God-like we become. The more we become like the trees, the more God-like we become. Okay? The trees breathe in the carbon and they breathe out the oxygen, which shows you that oxygen is a fucking waste-like material. Oxygen is a form of waste. It's plant waste. It's tree waste. Okay, and that's what they say we need to live and thrive is the waste coming from the trees and the plants, which shows you the plants and the trees are vibrating on a much higher frequency than us humans, because us humans are just walking, talking, thinking animals. Okay, and the animals are below the trees and below the plants. Okay, because we breathe their waste. Okay, they breathe the carbon. The carbon it lives forever. The carbon is connected to the immortality. Okay, so the carbon is operating on a much higher frequency. The oxygen is operating at a much lower frequency. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why the Zionist elites want to chop down all the trees. This is why they want to chop down all the trees, because the trees are gods. The trees are gods, folks. They breathe in the carbon. Their waste is the oxygen. They don't need oxygen to exist. And they live for anywhere from 150 to over 1,000 years. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the trees are gods. This is why, they want to chop the trees down and chop the rainforest and the jungles down. You see? You see, because if we vibrate on the plant, on the tree frequency, it's over with. It's over with. If we ever understand and practice the form of alchemy that can put our blood back on a gold base, a platinum base, or a carbon base, okay, and we start consuming this hydrogen rich water, it's over. It's over. It's over. It'll just be over. And this makes a lot of sense, because this is definitely why the warlocks, they in power, they hate the trees. Okay, and I want to reiterate this point. Okay, we are all at birth. We all inherit a neuromelanin count and a eumelanin count. Neuromelanin are the organelles that are produced by the pineal gland in our brain. The pineal gland in our brain produces these micro organelles, and these organelles attach themselves to our cells. Okay, and they are basically the brain outside of the brain. The neuromelanin organelles are the brain outside of the brain. Okay, and they give us our aura. Okay, our neuromelanin count produced by our pineal gland, that gives us the power of our aura. The eumelanin is only the pigmentation of our skin. Okay, I'm going to reiterate this again. The pigmentation of our skin has close to nothing to do with the power and the functionality of our pineal gland and our neuromelanin. Okay, the functionality and the power of our pineal gland, okay, and the number of our neuromelanin, that has nothing to do with the number of our eumelanin in our skin. This is why you'll see black people who may have a lighter skin shade, okay, but they conduct themselves in a very, very so-called black manner, or they'll be very, very wise, very, very powerful. They'll hold a very, very powerful aura. That is because they have a high neuromelanin count in their pineal gland. Okay, that's in their blood. Okay, that has nothing to do with the eumelanin count in their skin. Okay, so I want to put this out there. So if a so-called white person, or a so-called mixed person, or a so-called black person with a light skin complexion, if they stand out in the sun and they get darker, that shows you that they have that they actually have a high neuromelanin count in their blood. Okay, so instead of the sun attacking their skin, the neuromelanin uses that sunlight for fuel. Okay, and like I said, there is a group of beings in each so-called race that have a high neuromelanin count. Okay, I just want to put that out there, because there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, you're referring to this as if you're only referring to one group of people. You know what I'm saying? That's a yes and a no. Yes, because the so-called black people of the Americas are the Atlanteans, are the Washitas, okay, who were given the highest neuromelanin count on the earth. But there are other people out there who are of other so-called race, and they just so happen to inherit a high neuromelanin count in their blood, okay? And that, that's basically, the order of genetics. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clear that up, and I just wanted to let people know that the more and more research I do, the more I think that the so-called Hebrews of the Bible, let me repeat, I'm starting to think the so-called Hebrews of the Bible are the so-called Tamahu, are the created race, okay? The original created race by our ancestors. Okay, I'm starting to think that the Hebrews, that whole monotheism bullshit, and that whole father time bullshit, Bible toting bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I think that shit was for people who were born with natural calcified pineal glands. And these Hebrews, I think the Hebrews are the Tamahu. Let me repeat. I think the Hebrews are the original Tamahu. And they rebelled. Okay, they broke free out of bondage in Kemet, and their God was Set, was Ogo, was Father Time, was that El Saturnian deity. The more and more I study, this is what I'm starting to believe. I really believe that the people on this earth with calcified pineal glands, their God is Father Time, Saturn and the Moon. Their God is Saturn, the Moon, and Venus. And then, you see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who are on the high frequency, who are on the godlike frequency, our God is the sun. You see, our God is the sun and the Sirius star. This is why in the so-called Bible, they love to bash the sun worshippers. You see, the Bible toters in the Catholic Church, they love to bash sun worshippers. Okay? Because the sun worshippers were the Atlanteans and the Lemurians. Okay? And when Atlantis was put in the realm of air, okay, our ancestors paid homage to that sun because the sun made everything grow and gave everything with neuromelanin a stronger aura. You see? The sun made the trees grow stronger. Okay? Okay? It's deep, man. It's really deep. Okay, and I'm going to go over this one more time to make this clear for all the subscribers out there. We have been lied to. There is no such thing as free radicals. All the free radicals are random molecules that we breathe in, okay, and certain charged ions that we breathe in that could possibly do harm to our body. Okay, but guess what? The antioxidants don't destroy these so-called free radicals. The white, let me repeat, the white blood cells in our body destroy the free radicals. It is not the antioxidant that destroys the free radical. It is the white blood cell that fights off all the foreign entities and all the foreign threats to our body. The antioxidant's job is to replace an electron in the healthy cell after the healthy cell lost an electron by the oxygen molecule. Let me repeat. The oxygen, this is really an oxygen molecule, okay? The oxygen molecule takes an electron from the iron in our cells. Then the antioxidant comes in to replace the electron in our cells, okay? This so-called free radical, that's going to do our body harm, which could be a bacteria, a virus, or a harmful molecule that is destroyed, and the white blood cells fight that off. Okay, so when you talk about an antioxidant, it's antioxidation. Antioxidation. Oxidation is when an oxygen molecule goes in and robs an electron from the iron. Our blood is iron-based, so the oxygen works against it. Okay, the oxygen molecule comes in and steals an electron from our iron in our blood, and the antioxidant comes in and puts the electron back in the healthy cell. Okay? Okay? So, you know, the Zionist warlocks, they threw this free radical bullshit in to disguise the true nature of oxygen. They threw the free radical in here to throw off the true nature of oxygen in our body. Okay? Because oxygen works against the iron in our body. Okay? And the antioxidant works against the oxidation. All right? Because when iron rusts, it's called oxidation. Okay? So the antioxidant is just replacing the lost electron back in our healthy cell that the oxygen took away. All right? That's why it's called an antioxidant. All right? And as far as monatomic gold, I need to make this very clear for everybody listening. I need to make this because this is going to be my last point in this video. All right? If you are eating meat, if you are eating Monsanto food, if you are eating food from Monsanto companies, if you are eating meat, if you are eating from major commercialized fast food, or, you know what I'm saying, if you are a smoker, or if you are putting harmful chemicals in your body and you're not eating alkaline fruits, vegetables, and grains, monatomic gold is not for you. Okay? If you are not putting the right things in your body and you consume this monatomic gold will kill you. Let me repeat. If you are not putting alkaline fruits, vegetables, herbs, and grains in your body, and you consume this monatomic gold eventually is going to kill you. All right? Because that is what I was referring to when I made my marijuana legalization video, and I said that monatomic gold was being put in dispensary weed to turn people into zombies. Yeah, that's because they're using the lowest grade. They're using the lowest grade of monatomic gold in their strains of marijuana. Okay, and most of the people, you know, who smoke dispensary marijuana, they're not putting the right things in their body. Okay, so the monatomic gold is killing them. Okay. Like I said, this is not simple information for simple people. This is very complex. You know what I'm saying? And this is very well detailed. Okay, so if you do not follow these proper steps, you are going to put yourself in harm's way. Period. See what I'm saying? Period. End of story. Okay, so that's really all I had to say on this topic. Anyone who wants any more information on how to get this hydrogen rich water, okay, the real water, like I said, just hit me up on Instagram. This is my Instagram name right here, and I'll direct you to the water priestess, because she's the only one that I've seen that's putting out the highest grade of this water for the lowest price. Okay, so I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One, man. I'm out.